Immediately this caused drama. Why? Because one of my detractors slash restreamers slash hate watchers slash internet stalkers, their name is like Duty Streamer
About
or something
us? Like just literal tears in his eyes. It's one of the
They're
funniest
sad.
things
They're
I've
sad.
ever seen. There's tears in his eyes, and he goes, "Who cares that Ethan Ralph lives in a shack in Mexico?"
Come
I
on.
just like, are you fucking kidding?
We care. It's
No,
amazing.
No, but what a fucking thing to say with tears to your eyes. Who cares that Kong doesn't have a toilet?
That was the best. I love.
The guy's fucking crying without Kong not having a toilet. And Ralph living in a fucking shack in Mexico. It was so fucking funny. I just couldn't fucking help but
I
laugh.
care.
And the guy, listen, Phil, obviously a lot more people care about that than you building Minecraft Legos.
That was embarrassing.
Buddy
I watched
building
the clip.
Minecraft Legos and he couldn't figure it out, bro. He must have had to strip it and start all over again like 4 separate times. He kept being like, "Oh no, I did it wrong. Let me." It's ages eating up, Philip. It's ages eating up, Philip. The thing is supposed to take 30 to 45 minutes. Motherfucker's sitting there for 3 hours with a children's toy on his 43rd birthday. Can't even build the shit. Whoa, buddy.
Chat,
Buddy,
press
animal
1 if you think
stop.
Lexi would finish it quicker, or press 2.
She would have finished it fast. She would have finished the shit. She would have finished the shit.
An ocean of ones, a
A
deluge of ones.
tsunami of ones.
There's the
It's a
one,
Noah's
too.
Ark biblical flood, and the rainbow is Phil's sexuality.
Was
Hope is
he
fleeting.
blackout?
Buddy, I don't fucking know. The guy was scamming the shots that he owed. Motherfucker owed like 40 shots. Did like 7 shots.
No.
But yeah, bro, it was such a scam. You gotta see his like, may Gabe forgive me, his J-ish greed when it came to the shots, bro. And he is like, "Listen, I don't owe you shit. I don't owe you anything." It's like, whoa, buddy.
Wait,
like,
did he actually say that? I didn't watch the whole thing. I was out on the weekend. Is that what he
he's
said?
trying to, like, he spent the first like hour of his stream laying out the terms and conditions of the marathon, which the terms and conditions are just like, listen, I don't have to do anything, and I'm just gonna be a big lazy piece of shit
What?
and not even do these shots. He's like, listen, if I'm feeling too tipsy, I'm not gonna do the shots. I know you may have paid for it, but I at any time can choose not to drink.
Oh, it's like
It's like,
fine
what?
print? He has the fine
Mind
print?
you, he's asking for like $100 a shot.
Wait.
You know, the guy's
What?
asking for like $100 a shot, bro.
And he won't
Fire
do
sale?
all of them?
And he won't even do them.
Buddy.
He won't even do them.
The point
And
is
the
that
dents
you
are
pay.
just fucking being fleeced.
Well, the point is of a fire sale is that you drink so much to make a lot of money to look blackout and retarded on stream. That's the point.
So Gengar here in chat added it up. He raised 20 shots worth.
Wow.
He did 7 shots. He owes 14 shots.
He owes, so he's going to do them later?
No, he's not going to do them ever.
What?
Just imagine the scam of it all. The dents just being fucking fleeced, bro. But like by dents, I literally mean plural. There was only like 2 dents that were supporting this entire endeavor. There were 2 fucking loyal, earnest pay pigs that Phil had arranged this whole thing with. He knew exactly the amount of support that he was getting, but he was just hoping and praying to God that if he got close enough, some whale was going to tip $2,000 so he could own the casino.
Ooh.
It was the most pathetic shit I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Wait. He was hammered on 7 shots over 9 hours? Pardon?
Bro, I don't know. The guy, maybe he was sneaking off and fucking shooting the moonshine or the fucking gin under the table. I don't know. I honestly don't know. You never know with Phil what's real and what's not. Like, the guy talks about how he's so authentic and he's so real, but he's the biggest lying, fraudulent, kayfabing bullshit artist this side of Ethan Ralph, for fuck's sake. The guy, there's not a fucking thing real about him.
Buddy, that's
To
crazy.
you,
And
bro, you would cry too. Like, I've never seen somebody so sad to receive $2,000 US in all my fucking life. The motherfucker was so miserable, and the whole thing was to try and validate himself to us that he's this mature adult man that's totally winning and his business is really successful.
well, the thing
But he
is,
failed on all fronts.
the thing is, right? He was saying, the one clip I did see, and we're gonna watch the whole thing, or like big edit of it. But the one clip I did see was him talking about how we're actually sad because we make fun of people.
It's crazy.
I'm happy. I'm happiest when we're making fun of people. That's
I
the
don't
truth,
know.
Phil.
Like, Phil must
But he's so
really
negative.
well, that's the thing.
He's so
The guy
negative.
himself is negative. The guy's a self-admitted bully. The only difference is that he lacks any sort of talent or comedic ability or desire to put in effort to prepare material, to know anything about anybody, or the world, to be able to make observations that people might find interesting or funny. Like, trust me, guys, if Phil could do what we were doing, he would do it in 2 seconds flat. He tried. And we know this because he tried. We know this because he directly approached us and begged us to be a part of the show and tried to rip off, and still does rip off, every single aspect of this show, down to the catchphrases of this show, like Felt did, that he still uses, down to the way that we try and get subs. Let's get some subs. Like, he ripped
Let's hit the goal.
every aspect, every aspect of this off. And then he tries to make it out like it's a morality play, like he's just such a good person.
Oh, yeah.
The only reason he doesn't do drama is because he has a code of ethics from the Lord Jesus Christ, who is a shepherd, and he shall not want, and he lieth down beside still waters of morality and being an everyman blue-collar streamer. Meanwhile, the guy's talking about being the king snake. He lied about cancer, He lied about his mother's illness to get out of going to Florida and crazy shit like this.
Even smaller
he
things, though,
manipulated
Ash.
us to steal thousands.
But even the smaller things on the post show, on the last post show, me and Psycho watched a longer a playthrough of him doing the fighting games. He's the most negative. He's like, no.
Everything.
How is that possible? It's like, we went frame by frame and we're like, you weren't blocking. And he's like, this sucks. And he almost like ripped his controller out of his fucking. He's the most negative fuck.
Today he went on I hate to use this term.
What?
He went on a racist rant against the Japanese.
Whoa.
And it's like, of all the races to be racist against, you chose the Japanese? What? Why? But this is what he did. He went off on this whole rant about how Japanese people are arrogant.
Really?
They think they're better than the rest of the world, and they're elitist.
Do we have that?
Yeah, I mean, we could get it.
It's for Wednesday. For Wednesday. Okay, yeah, for Wednesday.
But it's because he lost to Japanese people at Evo back in the day.
Oh, man.
And he'll still never get over it. And he's still mad at Kojima because, he couldn't figure out how to play Metal Gear Solid because he's a fucking numbskull dummy that didn't realize it was a stealth game, and that you couldn't just brute force your way through every fucking scenario. And so he's still seething at the Japanese to this day. And it's like, this is pretty negative and toxic, bro. You've just generalized about a whole other group of people, but he's like, it's their culture. It's like, it's their culture that they're like this. And it's like, Phil, there's some people in America, that are 13% of the population that maybe, Phil, if you're going to choose to be racist, maybe the energy would better be directed there, Phil.
Yikes. Or
But
if
I
you
don't
want to
know.
go edgy,
Out of all the people to choose on this earth, it's the Japanese that Phil has a problem with. Super low crime rate. There's no trash in the street. They're always innovating. You know, they're on the cutting edge of tech and engineering.
and they're
that's-
arresting Johnny Somali, well, Koreans, but you know, Asian.
Yeah, you know, they're all the same according to
I'm just-
Andy.
well,
Oh,
you know,
buddy,
they
we're
look-
so canceled. We're so canceled,
Oh
buddy.
no! I
This
said
is
Korean
Andy's-
immediately.
Andy's racism is kicked in where he thinks all
Kicked
Asian
in?
people are the same.
It's never left.
Oh, I know all you Portuguese people are racist.
Chill.
as fuck.
Getting kick.
Portuguese were the last ones to get rid of the slave trade there, Andy.
I know.
What do you think about that, buddy?
You know, we were just a little late, you know?
Well, they were the only ones that were right.
Well, okay. I didn't want to say it, but hang on.
Oh, well, if somebody's got to stand up for
Hang on.